today. I want to believe you are learning so much and things are changing dramatically already in your life. In today's class, we are going to be looking at the topic paradigm. Okay? This is day 9. This is day 9 of our 50 days of the 50 things you must do, to becoming a millionaire. I want you to understand what paradigm means and why your paradigm must shift. Paradigm shift. Paradigm, I would liken paradigm as a force that is controlling your life. You can imagine if you have a force that controls your life. Presently, whether you are aware of it or you are not aware of it, there is a particular paradigm that you are living in right now. And the amazing part of paradigm is whether you know it or you don't know it, it's at work. And it functions mainly in your subconscious mind. Paradigm are those fixed ideas, those fixed thoughts that are already resident in your subconscious mind. Most of the time, your paradigm was formed from childhood, from when you were very young. Your paradigm was being formed. And you see, what you have today is a hard up, a build up of a particular kind of paradigm. And let me explain better for you. You can imagine you grew from an average home or from a poor home where dad and mom do not really have so much, to spoil you with. And all you've been hearing from a child is how that your parents never had enough, and you're being told the type of life you need to settle for. It's not as though they're telling you directly that you are poor, you must remain poor, you must live poor. No. There are some certain way they talk based on their own paradigm. You can imagine the gene of your father and your mother already produced some certain percentage of your paradigm. Now, all the education that you were getting were also forming your paradigm. They were as well forming your life, your future. Okay? Because all you know were the things you were being told. You were raised by them, so you know all you were told. And each time they tell you, we don't have so much in this family, we're not like those rich family, we can't afford it, no, we can't do it. In that particular environment, you hear more of we cannot afford it, we can't have it, we cannot do it, we are not negative, we are not a rich family, it's only the rich family that can afford that, we can't, we will not, because we do not, negative. So most of the time, a lot of people were grown from such home. where these were the normal words that were being used, where they were being taught directly or indirectly on the usage of such word. Meanwhile, there's something I want you to understand about the subconscious mind, and it is the fact that while you were young, you do not have the ability to reject what comes into your life. So the subconscious mind receives everything and anything that it was being told by parents, by teachers, by the environment, especially when you live in an environment where there are so many poor people around, and everyone you can see around were those that do not have enough. And all they all talk about is, you need to go to school, to get the good grade, so that you can get a good job, so that you can start a good family, so that you can have something, and that's what they teach. And that was what they tried to become. They tried to do while they were growing up. Probably that was what their own parents also told them. You see, so that was the paradigm that they heard. And a man cannot give you what they don't have. So it's not their fault in that respect. They don't mean to keep you poor. They want the best for you in life, actually. But they only cannot tell you what they don't know. They can only tell you what they know. What they know is there is no enough. We can't get it. We cannot achieve it. We cannot do it. And so you have received it all your life and you have believed it. You've accepted it. You've seen life to be just like that. And so while you try doing things on your own, you have such a mentality. You have such a belief system that is working in your life. Maybe later on in some of these classes, I'm going to talk to you about the cybernetics, which happens to be a mechanism that is functional in your subconscious mind and that controls your life, that gives you the paradigm in which you are living in today. But I've got good news for you though, because I don't know, many times a lot of people look at their age and like, oh no, I'm already 30 something. Some will say, oh, I'm already 40 and above. Some will say, oh no, I'm already 50 and above. You see, I'm already 60 and above. I'm already 70 and above, and stuff like that. But may I say something to you, that it doesn't really matter how old you are. You know KFC, don't you? Do you know the man who actually started that KFC business started at age 65? Before then, he was poor, barely making ends meet. But things changed for him at age 65. Do you think it's too late for you? If you can have such an investment, such a business that is still ongoing till today, waxing strong, don't give up on yourself. There's hope for you. All you need is to change your paradigm. There must be a paradigm shift for you. That's what this class is doing. Whatever it is that have been set in your subconscious mind, we are removing it. We are changing it. The more you listen to what I'm teaching you, you believe it, you act on it, your paradigm is changing already. Things are moving. Things are being adjusted in your mind. You can start doing some very practical things. For instance, the other part of your mind, the educative part, the conscious part, okay? That in that part, you have the ability to accept what you want to accept, and you have the ability to reject whatever you want to reject. And may I say this to you, it is not everything you should be listening to. Trust me. It's not every information that you really need. Some information is not really doing you any good. Do you know that some information can bring fear into your life, can bring sickness into your life, and can make you poor? Do you know that who you are right now is as a result of the information you have all these years? Whatever life you're living today is as a result of the information you have so far. But it must start changing from today. You must make up your mind. Again, decision is very important in this. You must decide for a change. You must decide that as from today, you want to change your paradigm from thinking poor, acting poor, talking poor. You want to change your paradigm to start thinking abundance, to start talking abundance. You can never be successful with such a paradigm that is full of lack, that is full of wrong informations. You can't thrive in such environment. You've never visited any beautiful place. How can you attract beauty into your life? Everything around you is darkness, is ugly, is lack, is poverty. Everything around you is dictating what your life should be like. Environment matters a great deal. The people you relate with matters a great deal. That's why in the previous class that we heard some days back, I was asking you, who are your friends? Who do you relate with? Who do you associate with? It matters. I said, remember, if you have nine poor friends, you are the 10th poor man. So you must change some things deliberately. You must focus your energy, focus your attention on what you want to become. It's time to start living the past in the past, and to start living now the kind of life you want to live in the future. Now. So things must start changing for you now. The game must start changing now for you. Your paradigm must start changing, and it must be conscious. Must be consciously done. You're not just going to allow anything to come in, even from your conscious mind, the educated part of your mind. You're not going to allow anything that is wrong, that is lie, that is fake, that is fearful. You don't need it. Throw it away. You say, get out of here. You need to say that. You need to do that. If you don't want it, voice it. Say, you get out of here. What are you doing? You're speaking to your mind. You're rejecting some things, because once you have something going on in your mind for a long time, it begins to get into your subconscious mind. Once it gets into your subconscious mind begins to pull onto you like a magnet. It begins to pull what you focus on, what you put your energy into, what you relate with. You can imagine relating with poverty. You can imagine relating with lack. You can imagine relating with impossibilities. That's why I said in yesterday's class, you have to be very creative, because you have creative ability in you. Create a new world. You can create a new world. And for you to start creating that new world, your paradigm must start changing. consciously. And I'll be teaching some very specific things that you need to do in changing your paradigm to becoming very successful. Every wealthy man, every successful people, always first of all have their paradigm shifted. I hope this class has added some value to you. I have more to share with you in the other classes I'm going to be having with you tomorrow, and of course till we complete the 50 days. In these 50 things you must do to becoming very successful in life. I'll see you again in tomorrow's class.